This is Coach Bob from Hot Streak Picks, and here are your final four picks along with who I've got winning it all in the 2026 NCAA tournament. Let's start with the first Final Four matchup. I've got Houston going up against Duke. In this game, I'm taking Houston. The big reason here is defense and consistency. Houston is one of those teams that just doesn't beat themselves. They play tough, physical defense, they control the glass, and they force you to work for every single possession. In March, that really matters. Duke is extremely talented. No question about it. They can score, they have depth, and they've got the kind of roster that can make a run. But when you get this deep into the tournament, games tend to slow down. Possessions become more important, and that's where Houston really shines. They don't rely on just one guy. They play as a unit, they defend, they rebound, and they stay disciplined for 40 minutes. That's why I see Houston finding a way to grind this one out and move on to the championship game. Now let's take a look at the second Final Four matchup. Arizona versus Iowa State. In this one, I'm going with Arizona. Arizona brings one of the most efficient offenses in the entire tournament. They can score in transition, they can score in the half court, and they have multiple players who can step up in big moments. Iowa State is a very strong team, especially on the defensive side. They're physical, they disrupt passing lanes, and they can make life difficult for opposing offenses. So this is not an easy matchup by any means. But the difference for me is Arizona's ability to create offense when it matters most. In tight games, especially late, you need a team that can get good looks and convert. Arizona has shown they can do that consistently. They also rebound well and don't give away too many possessions, which becomes critical at this stage of the tournament. So I've got Arizona advancing to the national championship. That sets up the title game, Arizona versus Houston. This is a really interesting matchup because you've got two completely different strengths going head to head. On one side, Houston brings elite defense, toughness, and discipline. They're going to try to slow the game down, limit possessions, and turn this into a grind-out type of game. On the other side, Arizona brings offensive efficiency and scoring versatility. They can push the pace when they need to, and they have multiple ways to attack a defense. In a game like this, it usually comes down to a few key things: who controls the boards, who limits mistakes, and who executes late. I think this game stays close all the way through. Houston's defense is going to keep them in it, and they're not going to make things easy on Arizona. But in the end, I'm giving the edge to Arizona. Their ability to create offense, especially in the final minutes, is what separates them. They can get quality shots, they can finish possessions, and they can step up at the free throw line when it counts. So my final pick, I've got Arizona winning the national championship. To check out my entire bracket, all my picks, and the best upset predictions, head over to hotstreakpicks.com.